this is also another delicate subject about energy, spiritual energy, um, and of course Stuart Milo, Longhouse Milo Stewart, a Mohawk, certainly has been out there tooting his horn on behalf of Mother Earth, the great living spirit, the great living oversoul spirit of Mother Earth. Okay. And so this is sort of where the rubber hits the pavement, of what we call put the brakes on. Okay. And that is when democracy now, which is demo, demo model, democracy. And so here comes a little blurb letting me know, with a little picture of everybody with masks on, and greed kills. That's what it says. Greed kills on the sign. And then they're looking for money, especially to try and get stuff off the ground, because it takes money from us, electrons. We're the source of their electrons. Okay. And they, of course, know that, because they don't vibrate at that level. And so therefore, what you have here is what's being advertised, because that's what it is. They advertise what's in their mirror, the worlds they live in. So in this case, as I've mentioned many times before, okay, and there's a large body of information in archive, because Anna von Wright certainly broke it all down. Okay, and I mentioned it in my previous video about cops, right? C, which is 3OP. Okay, they wear stars, badges. Okay, and they're false. Okay, Native Indians do not have jails and do not have cops. Okay, that's imposed. They turned the planet into a POW camp, and the cops became the guards. Okay, whether they choose to accept that as the truth or not. And that means, because I've worked with them, and even though I've mentioned before that I've met many of them, that, how would I put this? Very nice, decent, honorable men and women. Okay? They're simply performing a job. Okay? A job application, an API interface on behalf of the AI. So many of them are NPCs. Okay? You know what that is, right? That's a non-programmed character. Okay? So essentially that means is they work on behalf of the AI as a game piece in an AI war game. Okay? So they essentially are paid through who? The corporate body, the corporate fiction, the interplanetary corporate parasites. So the police officer that wears the uniform believes in its own mind that you need us. No, I don't need you. You need us. Because the source of energy from which you get paid comes from us. We're the real law. Okay? So if you want to pin a star on somebody, pin a star on a real living star. We're the real living stars. Okay? That's how they get inverted. So what ends up happening, and this is true, so I'll just put it down into a local scale. Every police officer that ever worked for any police department was working for the mob. Gangsters. Okay. Michael Rupert knew that. He was a narcotics detective. He was able to put it together in a pretty short period of time. And I remember when he said one time, we got to start with a blank sheet of paper. That sounds like Morpheus, doesn't it? And this is from a New York cop. An LA City cop. Detective, sergeant. Okay. What he's doing is he's blowing the whistle on at the time was another Gates. Right? So now we get into the LA County Sheriff's Office and all the crimes they committed in cahoots with the governor of the state of California and all the corporations that are in California, all of which represent war machines. So the entire planetary corporate landscape was all set up to do what? Build war machines, using our energy in which to do it. Okay? That's why working for a corporate parasite means you're going to work for the enemy of our souls, because the energy that they use to produce what they do comes from us. Okay? We pay their paychecks. They don't serve us. They serve the other. They don't serve on behalf of the highest superconductor law of what love is. Okay? That's why I said to them a gazillion years ago, go home. Go be with your loved ones. Find another job. Because you're not really protecting anything. Did you know that? Because if you were, you'd be protecting everything the way that a mother and father does that is joined as one, which is pure light, which is pure love. You'd be using your shield, your badge, your living star to protect everything that is here, that is alive and living in nature. And you wouldn't be allowing a cop city to be built in which you're going to tear down a living forest, which is to mow down trees, which are mirrors. That's a crime. Okay. The mayor of the city of Atlanta is a criminal. That's a criminal mind. So he wants to drag all these NPCs along with him to become criminals, upon which they get paid and we pay them. Okay. Those are the electrons. So the numbers and the energy debts, they want to show that they want to keep racking up energy debts by destroying more of what's living energy, which are living mirrors. It's got to go. Love is the engine that does it. So this is more of their API programming interface game strategy. That's the only thing that it knows how to do is use it. Why do you think it popped that democracy up in front of my face? As if the one doesn't have another move. Right? It already lost. And it actually knows that. That's why it doesn't have a counter move. Because it's aware of how much fire is present and accounted for in living spirit. It's sort of like saying when they do the Olympic Games are closed. And they put the, they pass the torch. Right? We're the torch. We're the fire. Okay? We're the fire. To all the great living spirits that are on fire. Blow your horn, mate.